What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here and welcome into another International Cricket Captain 2016 career mode video. Today we are going back to our New Zealand career. We are taking on South Africa, I believe in the first of three 2020 internationals, and not the greatest of starts here by Ben Wheeler. He goes for 6, the very first ball of the innings, and that is followed up by 4 by the man, the myth, the legend, Hashim Amla, playing for the Kings 11 at the moment in the Indian Premier League. But we've got a wee bit of a different team here today. Trent Boult being rested just due to his workload that he sustained in the recent, I believe, one day and test matches that we had. Also not in the greatest of form, so he has been rested. Ben Wheeler into the squad today. We're going with a 5-prong seam attack as well, with Colin Munro playing. We have Papali playing, we have Ken McClure, who we've used in our test matches and our one-day squads in the past as well. So we do have a relatively inexperienced side. No Tom Latham. Tom Blundell is in as well, the Wellington wicket-keeper batsman, who we have seen a little bit at the international scene for New Zealand, but not a whole lot. And I'm hoping that he can go and bring us something good, because Tommy Latham, you know, as much as I love using him this game and how good he is as an opener, his wicket-keeping is a little bit below standard. So I'm really looking for that guy who can bat that number 6, number 7 position, and who can come in, score us some runs, and be very handy behind the wicket. You know, kind of similar to someone like a Benny McDermott in my Australian career mode on this. Very, very sharp, contributes with the bat as well, so hopefully we can find him in the form of Tom Blundell. This could potentially be a run out, and by God we need it. I'm really hoping it's Hashim Amla, because he is on absolute fire. Faf du Plessis is still a big wicket nonetheless. He was going great guns, 14 off 6. Amla actually has only faced 7 balls, so and Tim Southee has been basically a bit of the destroyer in this game. But you must say, this pitch that they are playing on here today is incredible. Russo getting off the mark there with a 6, is then hit on the pad very next ball, but pitching outside leg, I would say. Doesn't matter, because the next one goes straight through him. Southee has his 3rd, and South Africa are 4 down, would you believe, inside the first 4 overs, which is absolutely crazy considering the batting lineup they have. And I don't mind this. If players go and get off the mark with a boundary like we have seen, they have struggled after that. So hopefully we can manage to go and try and pick up one of these 2 early on. Tim Southee, I'm going to save him for the death. We do now have Anderson and Munro, who I think could be a little bit of a weak spot when it comes to our bowling. They could be guys potentially that will be targeted and could go for a few runs. So hopefully that is not the case. Amla with another big 6, his 2nd of the innings. And all of a sudden, as I said, this Anderson and Munro, those 8 overs that they bowl, could potentially be very dangerous, and they could be very, very expensive. I don't really have anyone else I can turn to, possibly the captain himself, Kane Williamson, but apart from that, it is looking very, very hard and very, very dire. And I imagine if we can't pick up some wickets soon, that we could be in a whole lot of trouble. But a great second ball that is from Munro. For some reason, you know, the guy in real life, he's an okay bowler. I'm not going to say he's a good bowler. He is an okay bowler. But for some reason in this game, he is an absolute monster for me with the ball. He just swings it around all over the place, and we're probably going to get a run out here as well. So the 2nd in the over, and I did say that potentially Munro and Anderson could be the weakness that could be exploited. If we can get rid of David Miller here, all of a sudden we are down into the tail, and South Africa only have 64 runs on the board, which is exactly what we want. So we need to get rid of Miller. He is the key man. The others we can kind of play around. Verlander, he can bat. You know, he's decent enough, but Anderson has gone through, struck over the castle there, and there is another wicket for him. So first wicket for him. He has been expensive today, however. He did get taken to in his first over, but 77 for 7, would you believe, after 8 overs. We still have 2 overs from Southee, 3 overs from Matt Henry, and I'm just trying to think, 2 overs from Ben Wheeler as well. So I might look at potentially bringing back some of them sooner rather than later, just so we can look and try and wrap up this South African tail and leave ourselves with a fairly comfortable chase, you would have to say. As I said, Anderson, bit disappointed with how he's gone. He has been expensive, going for 14.5 before that over, but that one's good. Only the one coming off it. And oh my God, I honestly can't believe it. These 2, I did not want to bowl them that much, but they've really come back. Colin Munro, 1 for 10 off his 4 overs, would you believe? A guy not really in the side for his bowling. He's more in there for his pinch hitting, for his batting, and he has come up the goods with the ball, something wicked. So that is great. We will take that. Any day I can get someone similar to a part-timer, Well, yeah, Colin Munro definitely is a part-timer. There's no beating around the bush about that one. He is definitely a part-timer. But if we can get 1 for 10 out of him off our 4 overs, it just means that our batting can go and excel down another notch. Ben Wheeler's got his first wicket. He was expensive in his first spell, but he has come back very well. And now we are down to Dale Steyn. They've got that 100 on the board, which is something I was looking to potentially try and steer clear of. And I do need to be careful here that I don't go and muck up my bowlers, which I almost did. If I had not switched to Tim Southey then and there, I would have been required to use someone else in these last few overs. But Southey, he has been the star of the episode so far, 3 for 21. As I said, David Miller, he is the key. He has put South Africa into, I wouldn't say a winning position, but he's put them into a defendable position at this stage. 120 on the board now. Still a few balls left to go, and you wouldn't bet against these South Africans going and getting a few more on the board. So 126, 1 ball left to go, and it's smacked away by David Miller. So 130 for 8 is what the South Africans finish on, which probably is a hell of a lot better than they would have expected. As I said, no Tom Latham today. We are going with Kane Williamson up the top, which is something we haven't done in 2020s for a wee while. Guptill, we know how dangerous he can be. Hopefully he can be the guy, gets us off to that blazing start. Kane Williamson can be the anchor, and he can bat through the innings, hopefully for us, and hopefully can get something going. Free hit, which in all fairness, we did hit the no ball for a 4, but it would have been nice if we could have capitalised on that free hit as well. But South Africa, one thing I will say, they do have a very, very dangerous bowling side when you look at it. Obviously, Rabada, we've got Steyn, Philander, obviously a very good bowler. So we do need to be careful, and that is exactly what has happened. Philander comes in, bowls his first over, and he grabs himself a wicket. Ken McClure coming in next. And as I said, the one thing about this middle order, or even 3, 4, and 5, for this New Zealand side at the moment, very, very raw and very young at the international level. Very good players, don't get me wrong. Ken McClure has been outstanding for me, not only in this New Zealand career mode, but he's been outstanding in my Canterbury domestic career mode as well. So hopefully he can carry some of that form over too. Papali is the same, very, very good. And Tom Bruce, he's been exposed a little bit to international cricket for New Zealand in real life. Played a couple of 2020s. I think he may have been selected in the one-day squad for the side that is heading to Ireland to tour against them and Bangladesh. So it would be nice if both, well, it would be nice really if those 3, 4 and 5 could get some runs on the board for me. As I said, they are very, very crucial. McClure, not too happy with that. He's going quite slow at this stage. So is Guptill. And all of a sudden, the run rate actually has jumped up to 7.5. So we need to get a move on. The one thing I do like about this 2020 side that I do have is there is a lot of power hitting when you look at it. Tom Blundell, he is one of them. He comes into the side today, adds that in there. But you look, you've got Colin Munro at 8. The guy normally bats, I think he normally bats about 3 actually in the New Zealand 2020 side when he is playing. Scored 100 against Bangladesh not too long ago. So he has power down at number 8. Corey Anderson, we know what he can do. Played pretty well for the Delhi Daredevils the other day, actually, but was dropped after that game. I think he had a man of the match performance and then was dropped. So unless that's injury or something like that, really not too sure what is going on there. But we do need to make sure that we don't make too hard work of ourselves. We've got 6 overs left to go and we still need 49 runs. So that is a run rate of over 8. So we need some boundaries. We need them early in the over. Otherwise, we are going to be struggling. There is 1 from Guptill. That's what we need. But we need some more fella. And there we go. That will do. Big 6 up over into the grandstand. And that is exactly what we want. 10 coming off the over. Guptill going very slowly. And I would have liked him to go a little bit quicker, especially now that he's gone and got himself out. 46 off 50, which is very unusual for Martin Guptill. Normally a very, very aggressive player. And all of a sudden, we need 37 off the last 4 overs. We've got 2 relatively new batsmen at the crease, Tom Bruce and Ken McClure, both very new to international cricket. But hopefully they can go and get the job done for us. We do need some boundaries, and we need them to come in a fairly quick succession. So there is Tom Bruce gone. I'm not going to go with Papali. I think I'm going to go with Colin Munro. I'm going to bump him up the order. As I said, he is one of those guys, normally bats number 3, and at the moment I just need boundaries. Corey Anderson probably to come in next, and that is a typical Colin Munro. Either hit or miss. basically that is what he does. He is either a guy who will go out there and he will blaze you a massive score at an absolute incredible pace, or he will go and get himself out for a duck. And now we need 25 off these last 2 overs. And chasing 130, we really should not have got into this situation. But the top 3 of Guptill, Williamson and McClure, they are probably the ones to blame at this stage, because they were the guys who went out there. They were very, very slow to start things off. But we'll take that edge from Anderson. It only goes for 4. I thought it had gone a little bit further. And McClure is going to pick that one up, take that one over the mid-wicket boundary, and all of a sudden, we only need 8 off the last over, so we got 17 from that one there. Can we get it? Dale Steyn, the man to bowl it, and what a perfect start from Corey Anderson. He gets himself a 4, and all of a sudden, just 4 required. That one there is dinked away into... Ooh, direct hit, but he is well in there, you'd have to say. Ken McClure, you can hit us the winning runs here, but you go down the ground, and would you believe it, New Zealand get there? You wouldn't think it would happen, but Ken McClure, 46 off 41. Quite strange, it wasn't that bad of a pitch to play on, but the New Zealand batters really did struggle today to get those strike rates going. Only Corey Anderson with 185. Both openers only at about 90, and Ken McClure playing that anchor innings, 46 off 41. But that is the first 2020 done and dusted, would you believe? Ken McClure getting that Man of the Match award, and there is only one more, and then after that, I think we potentially actually head into our second season with the New Zealand side. So it has been a pretty successful one, a pretty successful season, I should say, so far. We'll be looking to wrap up the 2020 series, and we'll be telling you about that all in the next episode. But I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Social media links are down below in the description. Make sure you go and contact me down there. Until next time, this is Cliffy. I was going to do my Don Bradman outro, but I don't really have an outro for Cricket Captain, which is a real shame. I guess your king of your #1 content of Cricket Captain 2016 in New Zealand, signing out.